Right now, Onondaga County District Attorney Bill Fitzpatrick is here, his first live television interview on this case that you have told a reporter today you will prosecute yourself. That is correct?
Correct.
Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you, Michael. Sad day.
The chief has gone over the emotion of this, how this affected the officers, sort of the timeline of things to a degree. What we don't know about yet is sort of the what and the why. Do we know what happened to baby Maddox?
We have a very good idea what happened. It'll be confirmed probably tomorrow. The Onondaga County medical examiner, assistant medical examiner, Dr. Clark, is going to conduct an autopsy tomorrow morning. I intend to meet with him during the autopsy and get briefed as to the final cause of death. And I want to discuss that, obviously, with Morgan and her family before it's revealed to the public. It'll probably be revealed sometime next week.
Okay, so there is nothing at this point that you can tell us about the cause of the child's death?
About the cause of the child's death, that's correct.
Okay, the manner of the child's death?
Well, the manner is homicide. We have reason to believe that the homicide itself may have occurred in Cortland County, and people would be...
That scene at Labrador that we were showing?
Correct. And I think people will be a little maybe confused as to why would Onondaga County have jurisdiction if any act relating to the homicide occurred in Onondaga County, including the discovery of the body. We have jurisdiction. I've spoken to Mark Subin, who is the Cortland County DA. He understands it, and it's his opinion, as it is mine, that this is an Onondaga County case, and it'll stay here for prosecution.
Do you at this point know what happened to the child at Labrador, and you just cannot reveal that because it's
correct.
Sensitive for the family, and you want them to know first?
That's correct. I want Morgan to hear it from me and in face-to-face.
Do we know when the child was put in the Inner Harbor? Do we know what the timing on that was?
I don't know the exact timing. I know that the child was alive at 4 o'clock when Mr. Lawrence dropped Morgan off at her place of employment, and fairly certain that shortly after that, and within hours, the child was dead.
How was he getting around? Do we know that?
Well, initially he had the family vehicle. Then when he left it there, our best indication is that he just proceeded on foot. He spent, I guess it would be Saturday night, somewhere in the city. I don't know if he's revealed that exactly where. And then proceeded back to Baldwinsville, which is where he's from, and felt comfortable there. And he spent the night there.
The folks at the Thrifty Shopper in Baldwinsville, when they encountered him, said he smelled like a campfire. Do you know why that would be? He smelled of fire.
He probably had set a fire for warmth, and he wasn't in any structure that we know of, and I'm sure that the state police are probably making efforts to locate if he had a campfire out there.
In the Amber Alert, there was a reference to mental health issues or something that may have, his mental state may not have been right. And obviously, if you commit a heinous crime, your mental state may not be in the right place. However, the chief indicated today that he was not really aware of any mental health condition. What can you tell us to sort of get that out there about his mental state? What do you know about it?
Well, I'd echo what the chief said. I mean, all I know is the description of him from the officer that interviewed him for many, many hours. Cooperative, coherent, articulable, gave, detailed description of what occurred. So obviously, in a case like this, Michael, any prosecutor is concerned about the possibility of a psychiatric defense, and the more evidence that we gather to show the normal things that he did, aside from killing his child, the stronger our case gets.
As we look at him, and we look at her picture too, because we've been looking at that almost nonstop for a couple of days now,
right.
A lot of people will want to know, and do want to know, I want to know, do we know how quickly the death was? Do we know if there was suffering? Can we know that at this point?
I will know a lot more tomorrow. It's my fervent hope that I'll be able to tell Morgan that her little angel did not suffer, but I'll be honest with her, and I hope that she can hold up under that. Obviously she's an important witness in this particular case, and as I said, we'll know a lot more tomorrow.
We're going to continue with the Onondaga County District Attorney. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back on the other side of the break. We'll talk more about this case that DA Bill Fitzpatrick says He will prosecute himself. We'll be right back here on CBS 5.
Hi, I'm Joe Stanley from the Stanley Law Offices. No one knows what's just around the corner, but you do need to know what to do next. The next few minutes will give you some answers.
Joe, there's something that's called this underinsured coverage, and you've preached, if you will, about this a lot with folks, of just protect yourself. It costs so very little to have that extra piece of coverage. Can you talk about it and why it's so important?
Well, yes, I have said it, and I hope to continue to say it so that I don't ever have to tell another client when they come in the office that their recovery is limited to the minimum insurance that the person who hit you has. It involves automobile accidents, and it allows you to insure other negligent drivers for as much insurance as you cover for your own negligence. So if you have $100,000 of liability insurance or $300,000 of liability insurance, you can buy as much underinsured motorist coverage as that, either 100 or 300 or whatever amount.
And it protects you if that other person doesn't have any insurance, right?
Right, or they're underinsured. If they have less than 100 or less than 300, you get to make up the difference with your own insurance. And it is very inexpensive and is something you should always talk to with your agent about, having as much as you can buy. If you have any more questions, call the Stanley Law Offices or visit our website. We'll be there for you.
Are you looking for a great value on a car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to foxdealerships.com to view our entire inventory of new and used vehicles.
This week,
This is very exciting.
Craig Ferguson is at the top of his game
Yeah! I'm having fun.
when he hosts all new Celebrity Name Game.
Weekdays at 4 on CBS 5. The search for baby Maddox has come to a heartbreaking end. We'll bring you the latest on the investigation into her death and talk to a family friend. Tonight on the CBS 5 News at 6 with Michael Benny.
Family Feud tonight at 7 on CBS 5.
Live to Syracuse's Inner Harbor, the Creek Walk, such a gem in central New York. So many people who've enjoyed it are just so happy that we have that to enjoy really in almost all seasons these days. And today, just under the Bear Street Bridge, the next time that I walk the Inner Harbor, and I know so many of you, you'll be thinking of what happened there today, the discovery of the body of 21-month-old Maddox Lawrence. Onondaga County District Attorney Bill Fitzpatrick is here live on CBS 5, his first TV interview on this awful, awful case. Do we know why Ryan Lawrence did this?
He alluded to a little bit of the why in his statement. I don't always, believe individuals when they get into the why. I know that, the irony here is that Maddox was a fighter, that she had been fighting a very unusual form of cancer.
Of the eye.
And all indications were that she was successful, but it was expensive, the treatment, and it was time consuming. If that contributed to her demise, I don't know. But
He has in some way alluded to that in his statements.
in his
so
statement,
far.
without going into too much detail, his statements allude to almost a sense of jealousy about the attention that this child was getting as opposed to the attention that he was getting.
No.
But, we'll hear more about that at his trial, obviously.
Oh, that's hard to hear. And this is a difficult question to ask.
Yes.
Social media, we know that things get out there, and sometimes awful things get out there.
Right.
There's been so much attention online about the heartbroken mom in this case and the statement that she gave to police where she was practically crying through it. Is there any attention in this case focused on anyone else other than the man who's in custody right now?
No. And to be very, very direct, I don't know why it is that tragedy can bring out the worst in people.
Always.
I've read the things that you've read. Morgan is a heartbroken, loving mother. There is zero indication that she had any knowledge of, any involvement in, anything whatsoever to do with this case. If someone were to suggest in the future that she did, I would be encouraging Morgan myself to hire an attorney
Okay.
to pursue that person.
Onondaga County DA Bill Fitzpatrick, thank you. I'm glad you were here.
Thank you,
You
Michael.
shed some new light on this. I've said it's an awful day in Syracuse. I
It is.
really do mean it.
It is.
Thanks, Bill.